Hi, I'm Joseph Patrick, co-founder of Lamont Bros. And in today's video, I want to cover the top 5 questions you should ask yourself as you start the process to remodel a kitchen. The first one is, what does success look like? What is the end goal for the remodel? And then prioritize what that looks like. So is it to open the space up so that you can entertain better? Is it to increase the amount of counter space and workable space so that you can cook better? What's the end goal for your project? And then often the end goal includes a lot of different components. Maybe the components are remove a wall, add an island, replace the cabinets, move the range, add windows. Then prioritize those components. This is especially important if budget or timeline are significant concerns. If budget or timeline are not concerns, then that's not as important to do. But if they are, you may have to make compromises. So you'll want to stack rank the priorities of the components of that vision of what success really looks like. Second, how do you and your family use your kitchen? Different people use their kitchens in slightly different ways. Some people entertain a lot. Some people don't entertain, but they cook a lot. Some people don't really do either and want a refreshed aesthetic. Some people have kids, some people don't have kids. Some people like to include their kids in the cooking process. Others like to keep them out of the kitchen. So really asking yourself, how do I use my kitchen and what is that going to look like, is important so that your kitchen designer can really fine-tune things to use. So if you need some additional accessibility features or if you need additional lighting, they're going to add that based on how you see yourself using the kitchen after it's done. Number 3, what types of things are you willing to compromise on in your project? This is if you're constrained by timeline or budget. If you're not constrained by timeline or budget, consider yourself free to not compromise on anything. But we see most of our clients have to work through some sort of process where they stack rank and know what they're willing to compromise on in order to accomplish either their timeline or their budget. And the 4 main things that you may consider compromising on is the budget itself. Maybe you need to increase that to get what you really want. The timeline, maybe you need to wait longer to get what you really want. The features, maybe you don't need something in particular that either takes a long time or costs a lot, and you can accomplish some of the same objectives, maybe not as well, but differently. Sometimes you'll want to think about compromising on quality. And I'm not talking about doing something that's bad quality. And here at Lamont Brothers, all of our work is high quality work in terms of the craftsmanship that's involved. But what we do have is we have different levels of quality of product. We basically classify them into 3 separate groups, a good, better, and best, where good is something I'd feel good putting in my home, so it's going to last a long time, but that product may not have customization or features, or it may use components that we know are going to wear out at some point in the future. The better quality products, they generally are designed to last longer. They generally have more options. And then that top quality, the best quality products, are really designed to be best in class. They don't value engineer the product at all. It's a best in class product. So sometimes you'll want to think about compromising either on quality, timeline, process, or budget as you're planning your kitchen remodel. Number 4, you need to ask yourself the question, how long am I going to be in this home? If I'm going to be in this home for just a year, I'm really designing the kitchen for someone else, and I need to choose materials that are most widely appealing to the most number of people. If I'm going to be in the home for the rest of my life, I've got a lot more freedom to design the kitchen for me and exactly what I want to see, and with the highest quality of products that are going to give me a return for the rest of my life. And so answering this question will help guide your kitchen designer. 5th, ask yourself, how am I going to do the kitchen remodel? There's different ways to do the kitchen remodel, and defining how you're going to do it and the right partner for you is important up front so you know even what you're looking for when you go out to interview people. Are you going to do the kitchen remodel yourself with the assistance of a cabinet company and an electrician and maybe a handyman that you can find or a countertop person? Are you going to basically project manage and do some of the pickup work and do it yourself? That's one way to do it, great way to do it for the right person. Are you going to hire an interior designer and then work with some different general contractors to try to come up with the actual implementation plan? This can be a good way. We don't do that here partly because we like to attach the budgets really closely to design and the design closer to implementation. So that's the third way to do it, a design build firm where you end up basically defining that budget up front and designing to that budget, and it's the same entity. Or the fourth way is really for people that don't have those constraints we talked about before, the timeline or budget. Really, they've got unlimited time, maybe they've got 2 or 3 houses, and they really don't have a limited budget at all. And that's where they're gonna go to Chicago or New York, or there's a couple in Portland, and hire the world-class designers where almost everything in the kitchen is custom, the sink's custom, everything is in that best of class or higher category. So how am I going to do the kitchen remodel? What's the right fit person to work with? And then you can go out and look for specifically and find 2 or 3 people that are in that category and work with them. So now I've told you the 5 questions you should ask yourself. I'm sure you've got more questions. One of the questions we get a lot is, how much is my kitchen remodel going to cost? And so I'll link to another video about that. And then check out our website or our YouTube channel. We have a lot more videos that answer different questions that you might have. And then if you're ready, feel free to reach out to talk to us specifically about your project. Thanks.